Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is your host Ankur sir here, and today in this video we will be discussing the various types of adjectives. So before I proceed further to my explanation, my request is to you to check the part 1 video of adjective which is given in the description box. There I have explained the basics of adjectives in detail. So without any further delay, let's get started. So before coming to the types of adjectives, I want to highlight the definition of adjective. In short, as you have already known that adjectives are describing words for nouns. Suppose for example, this is a flower. When we say this is a flower, we are generally pointing out that it's a flower. We are not describing the flower. But when we say that this is a lovely flower, when we say that this is a lovely flower, we are describing the appearance or the quality of the flower by using the word lovely. So the word lovely is an adjective here. So there are many more words such as colorful, beautiful, fragrant, and magnificent, etc. So we can use those words to describe the appearance or the quality of a flower. So those were all about the short introduction of adjective. And now let's come to the types of adjectives. Basically, we will be discussing the 8 types of adjectives as mentioned in the book of class 7. The adjectives which we're gonna discuss are adjectives of quality, adjectives of quantity, adjectives of number, possessive adjective, demonstrative adjective, interrogative adjective, proper adjective, and distributive adjective. So let's discuss one by one in detail. So now let's begin with our first one, and that is adjectives of quality. Adjective of quality refers to the kind, degree, or quality of a noun or pronoun. Basically, they answer the question what kind. Suppose for example, if I ask you what kind of boy is Raman, so your answer will be like Raman is a good boy. So here in this example, we are using the word good to describe the quality of the boy, that is Raman. So here the word good is considered as the adjective of quality. And there are many more words such as clever, intelligent, smart, naughty, etc., which we can use them to describe noun or pronoun in a sentence. So those were all about adjectives of quality. So now let's come to our next one, and that is adjectives of quantity. Adjectives of quantity refers to the amount or estimated amount of noun or pronoun. And secondly, they are used with uncountable nouns. And basically, they answer the question how much. Okay, now let's take one example, one of the simplest example. Suppose if you ask me, how much rice you had today? My reply will be like, I had some rice. So here in this sentence, I am using the word some to describe the amount or the quantity of rice I had today. So here the adjective of quantity is the word some. And there are many more words such as sufficient, a little bit, a lot, insufficient, etc., which we can use them in our sentence to describe the quantity or the amount of a noun or a pronoun. So those were all about adjectives of quantity. And now let's come to our third one, and that is adjectives of number. Adjectives of number refers to nouns that can be counted even if it is an indefinite amount in the sentence. And secondly, they are used with countable nouns. Okay, now let's take one example. I have 3 students. So the word 3 is a definite amount, and hence it is one of the example of adjectives of number. And there are many words such as all, first, last, few, any, etc., which are said to be in an indefinite amount, and all those are some of the examples of adjectives of number. I hope you are clear with adjectives of number now. And now let's come to our next one, and that is possessive adjectives. Basically, possessive adjectives shows ownership or belongings. So now there will be one question in your mind, that even the possessive pronouns also shows ownership or belongings. So now let me explain you the difference between these two. So when it comes to possessive adjectives, they are used before nouns. But when it comes to possessive pronoun, they are used instead of a noun. So now let me take one of the simplest example of possessive adjective. This is your pen. So the word your is a possessive adjective here, and it is followed by the noun that is pen. So it is one of the basic example of possessive adjective. And now let's come to the example of possessive pronoun. This pen is yours. So you can clearly see that the word yours is used instead of a noun. So it is one of the example of possessive pronoun. So words such as my, our, your, their, etc. are some of the examples of possessive adjectives, and words such as mine, ours, yours, theirs, etc. are some of the examples of possessive pronoun. Now let's come to our fifth one, and that is demonstrative adjectives. So demonstrative adjectives points out a noun or a pronoun. Let me tell you that demonstrative adjectives are correlated with demonstrative pronoun. So let me help you to understand by differentiating these two. So just like the possessive adjectives, even demonstrative adjectives also comes before a noun. For example, this book is mine. So in this example, you can clearly see that the word this is placed before a noun, and that is book. So it is one of the example of demonstrative adjectives. And now let's come to demonstrative pronouns. So when it comes to demonstrative pronoun, they don't come before noun. Generally, they come before auxiliary verb. Suppose for example, this is my book. So here in this example, the word this is a demonstrative pronoun here, and it is followed by an auxiliary verb, that is. So this is one of the example of demonstrative pronoun. And words such as these, that, these, and those are some examples of demonstrative adjectives as well as demonstrative pronoun. And now let's come to our sixth one, that is interrogative adjective. Basically, they are question words such as which, what, who, and whose. And just like the previous adjectives, they also come before a noun. Let's take one example. Whose pen is this? So here in this example, the word whose is an interrogative adjective here. Why? Because it is placed before a noun, that is pen. And now let's compare interrogative adjectives with interrogative pronoun. So when it comes to interrogative pronoun, they comes before helping verb or modals. For example, whose is this pen? In this given example, you can clearly see that the word whose is followed by a helping verb or modal, that is. So it is one of the example of interrogative pronoun. Now let's come to the seventh one, and that is proper adjectives. Firstly, they are known as noun modifiers, and secondly, they are formed from proper nouns. So probably this is one of the simplest adjectives ever. So now I want to show you how to convert proper noun into proper adjectives. Okay, now let's consider the word India, which is a proper noun. When we convert the word India into proper adjectives, it will turn Indian. And the word Gandhi will turn into Gandhian in proper adjectives. So this is the simple step to convert proper noun into proper adjectives. So there is no confusion in it. So now let me pick one example of proper adjectives. The Burmese soldiers marched towards the battlefield. So in this sentence, the word Burmese is a proper adjective here. So I hope you are clear now with the concept of proper adjectives. And now let's come to our last one, and that is distributive adjectives. Distributive adjectives shows the things or persons that are counted collectively. In simple sense, they are counted as a whole. And some of the examples of distributive adjectives are each, every, either, neither, one, none, both, and any. Let's take one more example. Each of the boys had a mango. The moment when we hear this sentence, it makes clear sense that almost every of the boys in that particular group had a mango. So the word each is a distributive adjective here. So those were all about adjectives and its types. And at the end, I hope you like this video. And if you like this video, then click the subscribe button and smash the bell icon for upcoming updates. Till then, stay blessed and thanks for watching.